What's up, y'all? It's Liam Crowley with Screen Rant. We're here at New York Comic Con, and we're talking all things Primal Season 3. Genndy, thanks so much for taking the time to chat today.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Little behind the scenes, peeking back the curtain. The trailer for Primal Season 3 hasn't been released at the time of this interview, but I've had the luxury of watching it. By the time this thing goes live, the whole world will have seen it. So, with that in mind, the 46 seconds of footage we got, what can you tell us about where you're taking these characters? There's some unexpected twists in what I saw.
Yeah.
Where you're taking these characters in Season 3.
Well, the big thing is, of course, Spear's a zombie, right? And so, just a short backstory of it. I finished Season 2 and, we enjoyed making it. And I always talked about making Primal an anthology show. And as I started sketching out what's next, I really felt nothing organically was exciting, or it was a repeat of whatever already done. And then this thing was lurking inside of me like, I still miss Spear and maybe there's more to be done. And then I started to kick myself. Like, I spent 20 episodes building this relationship, building this character for people to like, and then it's over, and then the idea clicked, and so without giving away how he comes back and all those things, which we'll watch the show and find out, it really became exciting because it's a new thing for him, because he's a zombie. He doesn't even know who he is, and so that became very interesting. Will he get his memory back, or is he just going to be a new monster for the episodes?
Yeah, and it's been some time in between seasons. Season 2 wrapped up around 2022. Am I correct in saying that?
Yes, something like that. Yeah.
So over these past 3 years, was the vision always to get to the point where we're at in Season 3, or did things evolve over the course of pre-production?
It kind of we figured it out right away for the most part. Because we go into the 10 episodes, we have to pre-plan it. It's not like it can shift organically a little bit, but the overall arc, you have to kind of know where you're heading.
And you've been a busy man over these past 3 years. So was it a start-stop production with Primal Season 3, or did other projects kind of take center stage as you were continuing to develop Season 3?
It's pretty much once you start, you go. It's like we don't have that luxury of stopping, losing the crews, all that stuff. So yeah, we started, I think like in 23 or so, pretty quickly, after, and then we finished the beginning of early this year.
Mm-hmm. And have you felt the fan base, the anticipation for Season 3, especially being at Comic-Con today?
Yeah, I think it's there. It's hard to know. I'm in LA, so I'm a little sheltered, but yeah, it feels like all our clips do really well on YouTube, and I see it growing and the audience growing. And even like I did a signing earlier today, and usually for signings it's like Samurai Jack, or it used to be like before the first season of Primal came out, I would do a signing and it would be Samurai Jack, Dexter, all the shows. And then today it was a lot of people talk about Primal, so it's taken us a couple of seasons to get an audience to love it as much as they love Samurai Jack, which is really great. And that's kind of how I judge it, where the show stands, because there's Samurai and Dexter and Clone Wars, and how does everything else kind of compare to that?
I think you'll get a good idea after today is wrapped for you, because you were telling me your panels on the main stage of New York Comic Con this year, getting to see all those fans in person, I'm sure changes the game tremendously. You can see all the numbers online, but once you see people in real life, it's pretty special. I had the luxury of experiencing one of your projects with a packed theater earlier, was it last month? We'll call it earlier this quarter.
Yeah.
Fixed on Netflix. Hilarious, tears going down my eyes. I was shocked with how much the crude humor animation got me. Have you already felt the warm response to that film from the audience? And are there maybe any ambitions to revisit those characters?
I think it's still to be determined. I think there were some really big negative reactions, and there were some really big positive reactions. And I knew doing kind of a ballsy rated R movie,
quite literally, for those who have seen Fixed, that is quite the way to describe it,
would be a little controversial. And so I'm kind of waiting for the movie to find its audience, because it's more specific, I think, and so we're just waiting and checking numbers and seeing how it goes. And Netflix is a place where you have to find it, right? So it's been an interesting experience.
You got the approval of the right people, though. Your voice cast on that film, Idris Elba was in there. I was like, oh my God, he's got the entire Hollywood A-list roster doing voices for these crazy characters.
Yeah, and it was great because we did some press, and they were all so complimentary. And, I think comedians, working through Hotel Transylvania with all those comedians, when you tell jokes properly and people laugh, and they laugh when, and you do them right by animating the characters properly and doing the right expressions and the timing, which is more important, I think they appreciate it. Because I think so many times you just do a voice and it doesn't come out. But this, they're very memorable. They did such a great job. And so I think they're very excited about it too.
Yeah, I hope it lands with the right audience. I hope it finds its audience, like you said, because it's hard to find things on streaming. I have friends all the time who, oh, have you seen this thing? I'm like, yeah, it came out 6 months ago. Where were you when the hype was first
right.
was first going crazy? So I think eventually it'll find the right people. I'll wrap with this. You got a project coming out called Black Knight. There's not much I know about it other than the fact that it's TBA on your schedule as right. in terms of when it's going to get released. Where can you tell me where you're at in production? What can you tease about the story? Does it fit Genndy's crude humor side, or does it fit the visceral animation side?
Yeah.
Where does it fit?
It's the biggest animated action epic you could imagine or that I would want to do. And it's not in production, and we're trying to find a way to make it. And something that I'm very passionate about. And so we're just working on getting it made.
Okay. The storyboards look cool?
Yes.
Okay. If it's the biggest thing you've ever done, that's saying something, because your catalog is mighty impressive.
Yeah. We still have a long way to go, but yeah, just very passionate about it and trying to find its place.
Amazing. Well, we got Primal Season 3 to carry us over in the meantime. Genndy, enjoy your Comic-Con. It's going to be a fun one.
Appreciate it.